I just went fishing a little while ago. Felt amazing to get out there again. This is this is my second time out. This is my second time out, and it's 80 degrees today. 80 degrees, man. I have made a commitment, like, I'm gonna catch a 3 and a 4 pounder. Like, I'm catching a 3 and a 4 pounder before you know it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I have redesigned my entire kitchen program so that I can fish with my knee injury. Because I'm designed to be a fisherman. And you know what? Last year, I fished 8 times. I fished 8 times, and I never caught a fish. And that's pretty depressing. But I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on this year, and it is March. What's the date today? What's the date today? It is March 25th. I went out at 11:35. It's always important to keep track of those type of details. Write those in your journal, write those in your diary. Because on a warm day like today, what will happen is those fish will start cruising those banks. And sometimes you think that it's going to happen at 3, 4 o'clock when the water's the warmest, and sometimes it does. But the truth is sometimes in the morning, sometimes when it hits that peak period, there's a change in the water temperature, like right around 10, 11 o'clock ish, and that's the time that you'll get them too. So it just depends on what they're doing. But I've noticed that it's like on a really warm day. Now, if it wasn't so warm, like if it was 60 degrees, I probably would have tried it at like 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But on such a warm day, that temperature is going to get a bump up right there in the morning. So, because I remember I caught them on March 22nd, which is really early. I caught a 3-pound smallmouth and a 3-pound large right there on the bank, and it was right about, I remember it was right about 11:30, maybe 12 o'clock. I'd have to check I wrote that down. It's on my bass fishing page. But anyway, it feels great to get back into it, and I'm just committed to getting back my life, getting back into fishing, and yeah, it felt great to be out there. It felt great. I was using a crayfish with 10-pound line, 3/16 ounce sinker with a yum crawpoppie, split shotting it with a pegget, just letting it slow. Like, the key with that rig is just slow. I was just grinding it through the rocks. And the thing is when I get stuck, instead of like snapping it and jerking it, that's not what you want to do. What you want to do when you get stuck like that, drop your tip down, take a couple seconds to just chill out, and then slowly bring your tip up as slow as you can. And 90% of the time you'll get free that way. I spent an entire summer literally just trying to figure out how I could get unstuck like that. But the key is you can't be afraid to lose baits. So have you know one thing that's important? walking skinny girl. One thing that is important is to be willing to lose a lot of baits. Like if you know